You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is time for you to stop self-sabotaging your manifestations and start aligning with the highest and the very best version of yourself. Unbelievably shocking how many people are secretly sabotaging their own manifestation game. It is not something that is spoken about intensely, but it's something that happens all the time. And I see it with my coaching clients. I see it at events that I go and speak at. I see it at my one-on-one coaching clients and my group coaching clients, even people taking my digital classes that email and have feedback. They are constantly opening up and explaining things to me. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're self-sabotaging, you're manifesting. Because when I uncover with you today the hidden barriers that are standing between you and your dreams, you're going to go, oh, yep, she's right. You're going to be nodding your head. And we're going to dive deep into the captivating topics that are definitely holding you back from manifesting your reality. But you know what I want you to understand right now before we get ready to explore this? What I want for you right now is to understand this one thing. The one vibrational frequency that is leading you down the path to your highest and your best self is the one that led you to my podcast. That intuitive guide is the angel here on earth that is trying to work with you and tell you this way forward. There's so many people that are just inches and inches away from what they truly desire most, but because of their self-sabotaging habits, because of their history, because they don't know how to process things, they stir themselves up into a tizzy and they go back right where they started. This is the same reason that 7 out of 10 lottery winners are in more debt 5 years later than before they won the lottery. This is such a huge statistic, and it is not scary. It's actually proof positive that you can manifest even winning the lottery and lose it. And how many of us do this in our day-to-day life? We have one big quarter in our company or in our job, and then we can't make it again. The rest of the year, we're chasing that rabbit down the hole. Or maybe you're the person that lost all the weight and then gained it right back. And you're like, wait a second, I got Ozempic this time. I hear you. Or maybe you hit the quota in your business or in your sales company or in real estate or in whatever it is, and you got to that place and then you can't get it again. And why is it? Why does it always happen the same way every single time? I got to ask you, do you believe you deserve it? And if you don't, let's work on that. Because when everything boils down to the end of everything, you are the creator of your reality because there is only one universal source energy, and we are all connected to that one universal source energy. And how does the universe work? The universe works through vibrational frequency. Everything in the universe can be broken down to a mathematical equation, a geometric figure. And when everything in the universe is made up of energy, the microphone I'm talking on, the clothes that I'm wearing, the thing that you're listening to this podcast on, everything vibrates at a different frequency. And so when you match that specific frequency in Einstein's theory of relativity, in quantum mechanics, it's just physics. It's bound to appear. It has to appear. Like only attracts like. If you take two positive atoms and you put them together, you're going to get more positive. If you take two negative, you're going to get more negative. This is indicative in everything in our lives. We are vibrational creatures. We are vibrationally reality. And we are co-collaborating in this universe with all of those traumas and all of those fears. And this is commonplace for so many people. And I see it over and over and over again. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to have to make a podcast on it. Because I want to unravel the mysteries with you. And I want you to understand that this journey here on earth is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be enjoying manifesting. And if it's not, it's because you're probably not obsessed and in love with yourself. So you have to start understanding that you have to look at all of the behaviors in your life. Have you actually gone through these steps to heal that inner child, those wounds? Have you worked on the amygdala center in your brain? We all have unresolved traumas and limiting beliefs. It's due to our ideology. It's due to our religion. It's due to our culture. It's due to our upbringing. It's due to our society. It's due to where we are in the world. And so you might look at somebody and think, wow, look at everything they have. But you're the creator of the reality. And so it's required of you to say, I deserve what she has, and truly understand what that means. And so you have to start working on cultivating that self-love, embracing self-compassion, not only for the others and wounded people and people who are suffering, or you open up TikTok and you hear, the sad dog song, or some sad song about somebody dying and you're seeing somebody's funeral. I'm talking about having compassion for you, my love. You. Beautiful, benevolent, divine energy. You. I got to get you to love you. I got to get you to work on you. I got to get you to set boundaries and establishing healthy boundaries with everybody in your life. This is going to protect your energy. What are we? Energy. How many times do we have to discuss that? Because in energetic frequency, you cannot say affirmation, 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 affirmation. I'm a rich bitch. Money comes to me easily. I'm a magnet. Everybody loves me. I'm wonderful. I'm the greatest thing that ever walked the earth. But if you don't have it inside of you, guess who you are lying to? Nobody. Because nothing is appearing in your reality because you don't have it within you to make it manifest. Nothing is happening in your quantum field of energy because you have not invested the time that it takes to heal that history and for you to cultivate an awareness to create. You're not depressed. You're suppressed. You're not creating. You're not getting out there and cultivating something in your reality, whether it's a new idea, whether it's a new habit, whether it's letting go of something. You are not creating. You are suppressing. And in a frequency universe where everything you want is on the other side of that suppression, you have to start understanding who and what you are. And when you address those unresolved traumas and those limiting beliefs that are contributing to the self-sabotage or imposter syndrome and all of those other facets of the psychological aspects, it all comes down to the same thing over and over and over again. Sorry, my dog's in my room with me. There's a science why we do this. The neuroplasticity in our brain. Our brains can form. Neuroplasticity is the way that you're thinking right now. And until recently, we thought the only way that we could correct that is through a lobotomy, which is removing a part of the brain. They used to do this, just cut people's brain open and take this thinking part out, the feeling part out. So they're just slobbering zombies. I mean, literally, they're not even human beings anymore. Or through electroshock therapy. But we can now know through science that you can create new neural pathways. And those new neural pathways, through repeated behaviors, unattaching yourself to those self-sabotaging patterns. What's important to understand for each and every one of us, there's 3 aspects, in my opinion, and this is how I built my coaching around it, how my classes around it, everything. There's a science aspect of manifesting. There is a physical aspect, meaning our brain. And then there's the spiritual aspect. So the quantum field is impacted through all three of these, what I call the trifecta. And our brains are wired to seek familiar things and resist change. So anytime we want to say, hey, we're going to be more successful than ever, what does our brain think? New problems, more money, more problems, more issues. Why? Because you don't really believe that you can handle it, because you don't really believe that you deserve it, because you don't really think it's going to happen for you. And this is a very big part of the neuroplasticity that your brain receives. So no matter how many affirmations you're doing, if you don't do this other work, the affirmations are going to be like hot coffee gone cold an hour later. Our brains are wired this way. And when we have super high levels of stress, this automatically makes us revert to these bad triggers, these bad behaviors. Okay. Such as, meeting up with that bad friend that doesn't go from 0 to 2. She goes from 0 to 1,000. You probably have stopped meditating. You probably used to listen to this podcast all day long, every single day, and binge it. And you're not doing that. You're probably hanging out with energy vampires. And so identifying when you're doing this is important as well. Some of the outward things that I see are people trying to be so perfect. They have this perfectionism. Well, it's not perfect. I can't do it. Yeah, you do it how you are. Start where you are and work out. It is better to have tried and to have learned than to have wondered. There's nothing worse than wondering. Nobody sits on their deathbed and says, glad I didn't try anything. And so many people that I know are overthinkers. And those overthinkers are going to be fantastic meditators. If you worked with me, you would be the best meditator ever. And another thing that I see people doing is that they give up way too early, or they become way too critical of themselves and what they're seeing. Why? I didn't see the sign I asked for, and I didn't see this, and I didn't have this happen, and da-da-da-da-da, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. And the next thing is they think they can do it without healing their past. What do you think? You're Taylor Swift? I can do it with a broken heart. That's not how it even goes, right? I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit, right? No, you can't. You have to feel those. You have to deal with that situation, that person, that history. And if you don't know where to start, you can go so cheaply. You can go to my digital store right now. And for less than $20, you can get my digital shadow workbook. So all you got to do is move your finger over and start taking the law of action into your hands and start manifesting and working on these traumas. If you can't work with me right now, grab that book. I made 365 different shadow work questions for anybody to go in and work on it. Now, let me ask you something. If you've been Taylor Swifting it your whole life, you can do it with a broken heart. All right? What is your prophecy if you're a Swiftie? And what are you going to do about it? Because Miss Swift always took the law of action into her own hands. Even when she was embezzled by the two people that she trusted the most to take care of her records, what did she do? Did she sit back? No. She re-recorded every one of her own fucking albums and then re-released it as Taylor's version, so none of her fans would ever listen to any other version than hers. Why? Because she cultivated energy within herself to always take action. Because she is in love with what she wants. Anybody who ever knew Taylor Swift always does the same thing. She knows exactly what she wants. She wants to be the biggest in the world. Well, she's doing a pretty good job at it. And so when we start to understand that we are emanating that frequency into the world. So let me give you an example, a great one that Dr. Wayne Dyer used to give. If you take a lemon, everybody imagine a lemon right now. Imagine a bright yellow lemon with all the little flecks and spots, all the little rivets and digits. Maybe it's got a sticker on it. Pick it up with your hand in your mind and look at it. Turn it all the way around. It's yellow. All the way around. It's lemony. Let's take a sniff. Smells lemony, smells zesty. I just proved you could instantly manifest, by the way. Now, in your visual mind, imagine an elephant walking up and putting its big elephant paw on top of that lemon. Now, let the elephant squish the lemon. What comes out? Lemon juice. Maybe with an elephant, the rind and the seeds and everything else, right? Now, what does that represent? Let's do the next one. If a woman who's 50 takes a lemon and squeezes it, what's going to come out? Lemon juice. If a black transgender person takes a lemon and squeezes it, what's going to come out? Lemon juice. If your mom takes the lemon and squeezes it, what's going to come out? So if you are abundant, if you are the creator of your reality, and the universe squeezes you, what comes out? Is it love? Is it anger? Is it impatience? Is it frustration? Is it where is it here? Why isn't it manifested? Well, when you're living in that reality of scarcity, that you have all these doubts and all these fears, whenever the universe squeezes you, it's not going to get out the abundance that you seek. It's going to get whatever is inside of you. So no matter who squeezes you, no matter who pisses you off, the second that anything but love comes out of you, you are self-sabotaging your manifestation by giving away your power to that person who is annoying or cutting you off in traffic or homophobic or racist or whatever. So what are some things that you could do right now to change that? Well, we've gone over a couple of them. Meditation is one of them. But if you're off your game, if you feel like you're just really and truly not a vibrational match to the resonance that you want for your life, I have a free 7-day mini course. Go take it. Go take it right now. Well, when I'm finished with the podcast. Reset yourself. It's free. Go read some of my blogs. I have tons of blogs. They're wonderful. Some of them are even trending right now. Everything has a frequency. Everything. So the next thing that you have to do is synchronize yourself to that frequency. You have to get at that vibrational point. An easy way to do that is sound baths. Go to YouTube, absolutely free. Look up God frequency. If you're not comfortable with the word God, pick anything. Put love frequency, money frequency, and play it all night long, all day long. Play it in your background. Of course, unless Love Island is on and you want to watch Love Island, I understand. But you have to set your frequency to the thing that you want. And so if you're not a vibrational match to it, we already know what Einstein has proven. Everything in the universe is an energy, and that energy has a frequency. And when you match the frequency with the thing that you want, it has to appear. This is physics. This is unquestionable. One of the other things that I'm going to have you do, and all of these things is because I want you to manifest your reality, and I want you to shape things up. And once you start doing these things, you're going to see your reality change. Watch. Write a permission slip for everything that holds resistance. Give you an example. I give myself full permission to live in my body at the size X that I want. I give myself full permission to take Michelle's next class and move my energy towards my abundance, because I know that money's coming right back to me. I give myself full permission to leave this job knowing that my higher self is leading me to the path of my highest frequency. I give myself full permission to leave this broken relationship, whether it's with your lover, a friend, a coworker, a family member. I want you to when anybody squeezes you, all they get out is the love you have for yourself, the love that is innately yours through the divine magistry of your energy. And obviously, the next best thing you could do is work with me. Listen, honey, I even have just every Tuesday or every second Tuesday of the month, I can't remember what it is, or every 2 Tuesdays, I do a free 10-minute Zoom. But you can book a half-hour call, an hour session, a 90-minute session. You could take my next class. But you have to do something. There's the law of action. And in the law of action, we have to give ourselves permission to resonate at the same frequency in order for us to really manifest what we want in our lives. And I want you to see yourself trusting the process of manifestation, embracing all of these opportunities that are lining up one after another, after another, after another. I want to encourage you to deepen your understanding of manifesting by booking a session with me and not waiting until you're just all the way in resistance. No matter what you do every single day, you're vibrating closer or farther away from the frequency that you desire most. And each and every one of us are connected to the reservoir of the divine oneness that is the creative force in this matrix. If you're the creator of your reality, do you deserve what you want? Has to be a resounding hell yes. But it can't be something that you're saying. It's got to be deep in your chest, like you cooked with your whole foot in it. You got to understand the universe sees right through you because you are weaving the tapestry of your life with every thought, every intention, and every idea that you come up with. But if you're not creating something and you're not putting forth effort into bringing something into this reality, you're going to feel suppressed. And the reason that you're not trying to do those things is because of the traumas you've received. Let's clear that out so that you can be the creator and not be subjugated to whatever comes next. All right. Now, if you know what you know, if you know, you know. And if you don't, you're going to. Let's get into closing our show. All right. Everything and then us. And 3, 2, 1. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything. Again, everything is always working out for me. 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 And it is time for you to take some action and listen to another one of my podcasts, one after another. Book your session with me. I want to see your beautiful divine face manifest everything you want in your reality. I believe in you. Now get out there and go manifest your miracles today. Producers, cue that motherfucking music. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance. And yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen, I fucking believe in you. And it's now time for you to win. Yes!